Hello and welcome everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for a new episode of A New Go of New Home Sales. I'm your host, Anya Chrysanthon.
And I'm her co-host, John Lee.
And joining us today is Abby Murata and Brian Way. Abby Murata is a Senior Director of Training and Operational Performance at Offerpad. And Brian is the Director of Partnerships. So welcome to the show, guys. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'd like to kick things off by giving our listeners a little bit of a backstory of who you are. So Abby, let's start with you. Now, you've been on a couple of my podcasts before, so I'll definitely link to that. Make sure you guys get your fill of Abby goodness. But for those who are not familiar with you, give us a little bit of a backstory, please.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I have about 20 plus years in experience in sales marketing, mostly in real estate and home building. So I spent the majority of my career working for home builders in the sales operations and training space. And then I left for a little bit, which is where you and I really connected in those podcasts. And I really focused, I think, on joy and finding my right place and where I belong and what that means to me. And part of that was my journey back to corporate America to join an organization that meets my values. And so that's how I found Offerpad, getting to stay in the industry that I love, getting to continue to work with other partners like home builders and other real estate partners that I love while doing it through an organization like Offerpad. And so I am the head of learning, as well as a lot of assisting team members like Brigham in their operations and how we can better those relationships and better our development of our people.
Brigham, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Brigham Waite, National Director of Partnerships at Offerpad. I've been with the company for over about 5 years now, and have really seen us grow from being, a startup and a small business to, having the joy of seeing us go public last year as a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. That was a huge career highlight for me, and be able to witness that was an unbelievable experience as a company. So it's been a fun ride. Currently, I work with our home builder partnerships around the country, as well as with real estate agents, brokerages, and their clients to help them understand Offerpad as a resource, as a solution, and understand how we can help them move forward with some certainty and convenience in these crazy real estate times.
So for people who's not familiar with the Offerpad, can you tell us a little bit more about your company and what you guys do?
Offerpad is a solution for anybody who's looking to transact in real estate, whether you're looking to buy a home, looking to sell a home. We want to be a solution for anybody who is thinking about transacting in real estate. Specifically, we have a number of solutions that we provide to people based off of what's most important for them. So we really try to take the time to understand what their situation is, what's their best, route forward, whether it's the convenience of selling their home directly to Offerpad, whether it's maximizing their home value by testing the open market, whether it's, avoiding showings and double moves and the hassle of lining up closing dates, or if it's simply trying to find a new home in today's market. We are really trying to be a solution that helps customers with their needs when it comes to real estate. And specifically on the partnership side, we work with home builders to help them line up everything for their clients, so their clients have an unbelievable experience building a new home with that builder and selling their home in tandem with Offerpad, so that everything lines up and that customer has a terrific experience from start to finish. And then we also provide solutions for real estate agents to help them with their clients be able to best provide solutions that they need, whether it's no showings, no open houses, not wanting to find time to get their home on the market in today's world, or perhaps it's even, wanting to find the right next home for them and not sure how to compete with all the other buyers that are trying to find houses in today's limited supply market. So we really try to create these relationships which is a big word that we use at Offerpad. How do we develop relationships that will help people understand the conveniences and the certainty and the solutions that we can provide with the whole suite of products that we offer?
So you mentioned providing a smooth experience for people who are building new home. So what does that look like? What's your solution for home builders specifically?
It's one of my favorite topics because home building today is so uncertain. You have no idea when that home is going to be ready. I personally am building a home as we speak today.
What were you thinking?
It seems like you have some moving boxes behind you, so you seem like you're all ready.
That's right. That's right. And it's a very, very uncertain process. No idea when we're closing. No idea when we need to line up that closing date. The benefits of Offerpad allow us to stay in our existing home all the way up until moving date, whether that's in 6 months, whether that's in 8 months, whether that's in 3 weeks because it's a spec home and it's a quick inventory home. There's all sorts of ways that we can alleviate a lot of stress and uncertainty in today's home building experience. So we work closely with home builders to help them understand that when their clients are selling their existing home to Offerpad and buying a new home with that builder, that's a fantastic experience because we provide certainty and control in a market that there really is not much of that today. You have to get your home sold. You have to find a short-term rental or go live with your in-laws or a hotel. But with Offerpad and our home building program, you are ready and waiting for that home to be ready to close on. And we line those up, whether that's in a week's notice or 6 months or a year out. We are here to provide a fantastic solution for the uncertainty of when labor shortages, supply chain issues, windows taking sometimes, 4, 5, 6 months to come in right now. We really are trying to make this a no-brainer for consumers to say, this sounds way too good to be true. And the reality is that it's a no-brainer if you're building a new home today.
I saw that Offerpad even let you stay 3 days past the closing after they buy your house.
Yeah, exactly. And the best part about it, John, is we even will move you into your new house.
I know.
A lot of people don't
fantastic.
know that.
I mean, yeah. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah, we will literally deliver your stuff into your new home. So there's no physical labor. There's no lower back pain the next morning. It's all designed to create this experience that moving doesn't have to be terrible. Selling a home doesn't have to be equivalent to getting a root canal. It can be a better way. And that's what we're trying to help builders understand.
So I'm fascinated by this iBuyer space. And, I know there's a lot of players in there, and, there's some other competitors to you, like obviously Open Door is pretty big. And then there's Knock and Orchard. So what are some of the advantages of using Offerpad, particularly related to builders? And you cited many examples there.
Yeah, specifically related to builders, the number one thing that I can say as a competitive advantage of ours is the local market expertise and presence. My team is spread out across the country in all of our different markets. We are there on the ground as a resource to the builder to help with training, situations that come up, customers that have questions. We are there as a resource for their teams in the market to be able to provide solution and also a relationship. Relationships, I mentioned, matter tremendously to us. And so that's one of the biggest advantages of working with Offerpad is the support that builder will get from our team in the market to be a part of that community, to be a part of their backlog, to be part of their sales teams, to be able to match everything up and provide the solution for their customers.
Obviously, that's a great value for builders because, we work with builders all the time. And right now with the demand and, the shortage of homes and everything, they are just overwhelmed and swamped in servicing their customers. So having a partner like you that can actually service them and walk them and their buyers through that process, I think it's a great win-win.
John, all of those things that Brigham has talked about, they boil down to what is our mission statement at Offerpad, and that's to be your best way to buy and sell a home, period.
Oh, yeah.
And that means that it's different to everyone. And if you look at what is going on in the market and you look at how the world has changed and consumers and people out there needing to buy and sell real estate for all of these new and different reasons, it has to be special and different for everyone. And we all know that real estate hasn't changed in a really, really long time, and the process, and it's cumbersome and it's difficult. And the buyers and sellers don't have as much control in your traditional real estate process. And Offerpad wants to give that control back, and they want to change the industry. And that, I think, is a huge piece of what sets us apart, that local presence across the board in each market. And one of my favorite core values that we have here is embracing our roots, which we describe as industry over algorithm, right? Is experience, is the people in our markets that touch every piece of this process. Being a true real estate company enabled by tech and not necessarily the other way around.
So talk a little bit more about that. So obviously we know that a lot of iBuyers out there recently, some of them got out of business because maybe they were relying heavily on AI. And, John and I obviously love AI, but how are you different?
AI could go wrong. You have to have the right algorithms behind it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Abby, talk to us a little bit about what does that human presence looks like. I know specifically you guys use real estate pros in addition to AI to evaluate homes.
We have that local presence, not just in Brigham's team and partnership, but we have solution experts in every market, buyer experts in every market. And then the teams that are evaluating and underwriting these homes, helping to understand our ability to help sellers sell their homes to us and to help buyers make good decisions on the market. Those are all people looking at the neighborhood, looking at what's coming, understanding what's going on, but they're all local, sitting in those markets, making those decisions.
And it's also being, as a company, I think what makes us unique is the knowledge that we get from being in that market. I mean, think about how well you know your neighborhoods. Think about how well you know your city. That firsthand knowledge goes a long way with understanding the value of neighborhoods, the value of school districts, the value of construction, those things that really go into making smart, sound real estate decisions. It's a huge advantage to us to have people firsthand knowledge helping us run our business. And it really keeps us at ground level, I guess is the best way to say it, so that we can feel the shifts in the market. We can appreciate the neighborhoods and the school districts that go into the value of the area. But most importantly, it comes down to finding out what that customer needs in order to feel like they can move forward with selling or buying their home. And that's what we take the time to really understand is what's the most important thing for that customer? Is it lining up closing dates? Is it the free local move? Is it maximizing the home value? If it's, hey, I need to be out of my house in 30 days, we want to be able to provide the solution that resonates the best with each client.
So what type of a client do you think you cater to? Do you have like a persona? I'd imagine that iBuyer solution is not for everybody.
Yeah, it's interesting. I get asked this question a lot, and I've been surprised by the persona because it has really encompassed everyone from millennials to, the 55 and older active adult community to working moms and dads that, don't want to have to keep their house spotless and clean at all times, to someone who's really keen on the home prices in their neighborhoods and want to sell it for max dollars. We really have products and solutions that provide for every persona. And really, it's not about what's best for us. It's about what's best for that client and taking the time to understand and then matching the right solution to their needs. So I would say the persona really is across the board, not just one type or another type, but we have now solutions that really resonate with anybody who's looking to transact and what matters most to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that universality applies to builders as well, from small custom home builders to as well as large national builders.
It does. Yeah. The builders that partner with us range from small, local, regional mom and pop builders to, top builders, top 100 builders in the country that are, the more national brands. So we provide solutions for people that are building homes, and we want to work with those builders to help them understand how we can partner together.
So when I think about iBuyer and selling my home, I'm thinking my home probably, if I don't have a top-notch, everything is put together and it's in top ready shape, that's the only reason I would use an iBuyer. Is that the case that you're seeing? That it's a fixer-upper, in other words?
Not at all. One of the things that I think is also a huge advantage for clients is their homes don't have to be picture perfect turnkey homes. We have a renovations department that actually goes in and will take on some of those projects so that the client doesn't have to go hire a handyman or doesn't have to go have people in their home fixing it up, ready to go. And so the home, whether it's in amazing shape or it needs a little bit of call it tender love and care and a little bit of upkeep, we have the ability to handle all different types of homes. And we can pass some of our renovation savings onto clients as well, as opposed to them having to go find an AC company to fix their AC unit. We can take that on for the client after the fact so that they don't have to cut a check or have workers in their homes while they're trying to sell it. We can handle that for the client so they don't have to.
How does the model work if my house is in a tip-top shape? I imagine your goal is to resell that house pretty quickly, right? So how do you guys make profit if my house is already in top shape? Then do I sacrifice the dollar value that I'm going to receive by using an iBuyer?
Not at all. What we look at is when we make an offer on a home, we take the time to make the right real estate decision in terms of what that home is worth. We are constantly asking ourselves, how can we pay more money for these homes? The reason why we ask that question is, for us, it's not about a fix and flip and making a huge margin on a property. That's not the type of company we are. We are a solution for people that want to sell their home, get a fair price on their home, be able to choose their own closing date, be able to get a free local move. And at the same time, if they are looking to maximize their home value, we can also test the market with them. We can go and test the market and see what other buyers will pay for their home with our cash offer as a backstop, as a backup offer that they can take at any point in time. So it's really trying to give the seller the empowerment to choose what's best for them with all of the solutions we provide. So we're really trying to understand before we solve. We want to be able to figure out what moves the needle for you and then match you up with the right solution with some pretty cool benefits and conveniences along the way.
And what locations are you guys in? Are you, I believe you're out of Arizona, or I may be mistaken. So tell us which markets you're in.
No, not mistaken at all. So our headquarters are in Arizona. That's where we started, and that's where we set up our headquarters. We are really in, I think we're in 22 markets currently, maybe 23. What is it, Abby?
Just over. I think we're getting that 25, 26 as we move into California.
That's right. We just opened up in California. So really, if you look at like the Sun Belt, the sun, we call it the Smile States.
Everyone's going
south. Yep. And the Carolinas, we're also in the Midwest, in Ohio and Missouri and Tennessee. So you can look at our website, offerpad.com, and it will show all of our locations. But we are quickly expanding to multiple more states every single month, it feels like.
Oh. So with that kind of a growth, Abby, you must be really busy. So how do you keep the culture of the company when you're growing at such a rapid pace?
That is a great question. I think it's, a big challenge for all companies that are going through what we've been through in our journey. And a lot of that honestly starts from the top down, right? And the investment in the importance of that culture and driving our teams towards our core values and our mission statements. One of the things that we do is we've got a learning center at Offerpad. So we bring all of our new team members in to to HQ, and we lovingly refer to it as HQ. And we go through, a deep dive into our solutions and our history and who we are, and our onboarding and our training, everything we do from their first week with Offerpad through however long you're there. And as we are consistently changing with the market and creating new solutions and products, we continue to create that culture of learning for our team members so that they're engaged, they feel fresh, they feel empowered. And when our people feel empowered and like they have the tools and resources they need, that just transcends and translates right to our partners and our customers. So we work hard at keeping that focus and tying all of that right back to the core of who we are.
And obviously, we've been hearing a lot about the market change recently, with all the political instability in the world, rising interest rates. And, a lot of people say, well, the iBuyer model only works in the upmarket. So do you expect that your model is going to be shifting in any way? Anything that you guys are going to be doing differently when the market eventually takes the turn?
Good question. Obviously with everything that's going on in the world today, it's, there's a lot of just anxiety and concern that people have. And one, we understand and feel that same level of anxiety and concern about a lot of things, whether it's, supply chain issues, whether it's inflation, whether it's, what's happening across the country or across the ocean and with war. Our big thing as a company is we want to be able to help as many people as possible, be here for as many people as possible. And, as the markets continue to steady out or adjust, we want to be able to adjust with it. What makes us, I think, a competitive advantage in this space is that we are looking at the market all day, every day. We employ, lots and lots of local market team members in each market that we offer or that we operate in that are constantly looking at, days on the market, supply in the market, average home sales prices. And so with that, we can pivot when we start to see the market pivot so that we're a solution for people moving forward. And so, I think that making sound real estate decisions will always be the best interest of not only consumers, but also for Offerpad. And that's what we're prepared to do.
Related to that question, do you see iBuying as a growing trend? Like there's going to be more iBuyers coming into this, or do you think there's going to be a consolidation? I mean, we already seen, Zillow drop out of it. And then there's also some of these what they call power buyers, these institutional buyers are coming in and buying large volumes of homes for investments or for rent purposes. Is that having an impact on your business or your consumers?
Not enough to comment on that. I think that what we are seeing more than anything is the desire for a product like ours. We see customers come to us month over month saying, hey, Offerpad, I want to sell my home. And we are wanting to be able to help them sell their home. So we know that there's a lot of demand for a product such as Offerpad. iBuying is a very attractive solution for people that are looking to sell their home. I compare it to, why would you want to sell your home any other way if you can have control and certainty and you get the right value for your home? Then that's going to be what resonates with the majority of people. And so with that, we really try to focus on how do we help as many people as possible, because there definitely is no shortage of interested people in this space. And it's on us as a company to be able to try to appeal to more and more people.
We have some in our audience beyond the builders that are actually real estate agents and developers. What is your strategic partnership pitch to agents and brokers?
Yeah, thanks for the question. This is one of the things that I think I'm most excited about with what we do with partnerships is we work with real estate agents, and people might think, well, how does that work with a realtor and you guys are an iBuyer? What makes us unique is that we want to create relationships. We want to be able to be there as a solution, not only for consumers, but also for agents. We are here to help agents with their clients that might be interested in skipping all of the showings and the open houses and people coming in and out of their home at a minute's notice. We also have increased our compensation to agents. So we now pay realtors a 3% referral fee from Offerpad when an agent refers a client to Offerpad. So what's neat about this for agents is that they can now make this a part of their business plan to say, let's provide an offer. Let's get an offer for my client from Offerpad. If it works for the client, great. The client wins by having all the convenience and the control and certainty that we talked about. And the agent wins in terms of getting a full 3% compensation from Offerpad through our partnership program. If the offer doesn't work for that client, then the agent just goes and lists the property the way they were going to. So it's really a win-win for the client. It's a win-win for the agent. It's a win for Offerpad because we now can bring everybody together to help everybody win with this transaction. And the secret sauce is when there's a builder involved with it as well. So you got
yes, because my builder audience right now is whispering in my ear, what's in it for me?
Yeah, the agent, the builder, Offerpad, the client, everybody wins when we can bring everybody together. And that's the idea behind our partnership program, is so that agents aren't left out, builders aren't left out, clients aren't left out. They can all benefit from working together with Offerpad.
We like winning at Offerpad, don't we, Brigham?
That's the goal for sure.
So speaking of winning, since you guys are a newer company and started out as a startup, I mean, congratulations on going public. I imagine that you probably utilize a lot of technology in addition to your human touch. So can you talk to us a little bit about some of the tech that you're using, whether it's a consumer-facing interface? Is there anything that's different and unique about the technology that you guys are currently utilizing?
A lot of our technology is designed to provide the best consumer experience possible. So starting from our website where clients can go in and submit their home to getting an offer, they can look at homes that we own to buy one of our homes, be able to provide a solution for people that are looking for financing, to get a loan, a mortgage, be able to look for all sorts of solutions in real estate that we can provide. It all starts with our website. We also provide a consumer portal for them to be able to log in on the back end and see what's next. That's a really important piece when it comes to selling your home, is feeling like you have control and you know what's happening next. We don't ever want someone to say like, okay, what do I do now? We always provide that next step and that pathway for them to feel like they're in complete control over what the next steps are in the process. We also are providing partnership technology to our partners, so agents can see what's going on with their clients. Builders can see what's going on with their clients. So we've made a lot of strategic technological investments, all geared towards providing a top-notch experience for not only our consumers, but also our partners.
Moving is one of the most stressful events, and building a home, I mean, it just adds 10 times the stress. I mean, Abby, firsthand what that's like. So that's definitely great to be able to provide that transparency.
We do. And we want that same ability and ease for our team members as well, to make those relationships work really well when both people have control and convenience and feel empowered in any sort of relationship where we're moving towards a common goal, right? It's just going to make everything easier. So we also utilize technology for virtual walkthroughs, right? We embrace that, as everyone has over the last few years, so that if our customers don't want someone in their home, we are buying your home, right? So we are also interested in seeing that home before we purchase it and making sure that we're making those good business decisions. So we have virtual walkthrough technology for our customers to use, to take us on that virtual tour through their home, while allowing us to direct that interaction so that we can see all the things we need to see. And then on the homes that we turn around and we put on the market and sell, right, we have the opportunity for people to view those homes through pictures and virtual walkthroughs that way as well. And with having such a large team of people, our experts in the market, our support teams back at headquarters who are working with a customer all the way through the process, Obviously, we have all of our internal tools to ensure that that communication is seamless and our customers feel that collaboration every step of the way.
I'm a futurist guy, so I'm always curious if I can get inside scoop on what do you have coming, because there's a lot of changes that's happening in our industry finally, and a lot of technology is coming on the forefront, and obviously a lot of macroeconomic factors. So is there any kind of special technology or processes or features that are on the horizon?
Our big focus coming out of our last earnings call is on growth. And growth looks to us in three different ways. One is in market expansion, going deeper and wider in the markets that we're in, expanding to, we're opening up 8 new markets this year. We've opened 3 so far and 5 more to come. So we're going to continue to grow out which markets we're in. We're also going to look to expand into more cities in the markets that we operate in. So growth is going to look like market expansion. It's going to look like penetration, opening up more zip codes, increasing our buy box, trying to be a solution for more and more people in the areas that we operate in. And then third is ancillary services, expanding our Offerpad Home Loans program into more states, bundling our rewards programs that we offer to consumers, offering multiple other solutions to customers that will make this a no-brainer or an easier transaction or experience for clients. So that's our big focus coming out of our earnings call, is growth through market expansion, penetration, and ancillary services, John.
And home builders are part of that growth opportunity.
100%.
So speaking of home builders, if a home builder listening to this saying how this sounds like a great service that I could potentially offer to my clients to make the moving process less stressful, what do they do? How do they get in touch with someone?
Yeah, great question. So there's a website they can go to, offerpad.com/HBA, Home Builder Alliance. So offerpad.com/HBA will allow them to request more information from my team. They can also reach out directly to me. Again, it's just brigham.wait@offerpad.com. And I'm happy to make those connections and help them understand how this can be a solution for their teams as well as their clients.
Right. Well, is there any last thoughts that you guys would like to share with us before we wrap things up?
We obviously appreciate the opportunity to speak with the both of you and your audience and your clients who are listening. From my standpoint and looking back on just the experience and knowing this industry and the different companies, Offerpad is a really special place because of all of these elements that we've talked about, from both an internal level, and my main customers are obviously all of our team members, to everyone that we work with and we touch out there in real estate. So, we're just always really grateful and really, really proud to be able to come in and talk about our organization and our solutions and what we do.
On behalf of my company here, and I don't want to really be a plug for this, but one of the things that we're trying to address, similar to you, is that whole online customer journey and the shopping process. And one of the things that we're finding out, beyond all the traditional problems of buying a house sight unseen and not being able to design it and all the risk and frustrations related to all that, is once they have found their dream home, it's how do I get out of my old home? So that anchor has actually, dampened a lot of the experience and actually thrown a lot of contingencies there. And so one of the things I'm hearing from Offerpad is that you relieve that fear, that frustration of trying to get out of the old to get into the new. And you actually make it seems like an enjoyable experience with a great customer support.
100%. That's the goal, is to be able to alleviate that anxiety and that concern about what am I going to do with my old home? Can I make this all happen with my dream home? We are here to provide that level of control that you just can't get in the general market. There's so much uncertainty with timeframes and closing dates and all the different things that go into transacting in real estate today that we can extend to clients so that they feel like they are empowered to go through this process.
I think, John, what we're learning is similar to what you guys are learning. We've all pivoted over the last several years, and people want to do more online, or all of these different things. We're making these assumptions and we're seeing these trends, So I think when we really dig into it, at the end of the day, yes, people want those things, but people want choice. I want to meet someone face to face, or I want to walk through the home, right? And so it's that unique balance we all have in all of our space to not go too far one way or the other, but to really meet our consumer where they are and give them the choices so that it's about them and putting them in the driver's seat.
I've been in this industry for over 20 years, and it's really been on, seller centric. It's really been driven by the builders, not because they don't want to service their customers. They've never really had the tools to do that. But the millennials today, they've grown up having that experience in other industries in e-commerce and doing everything on their smartphone and having that power. If we can remove some of the frictions, some of the fears, some of the frustrations of buying new homes, by giving more transparency, more certainty, even excitement and joy, which sounds, those are words you never associate with buying new. And part of that is because you're selling old. If you can alleviate all those pains, it's a natural desire to actually buy new, just like new shoes, new car, new phone, new home.
Love that. Absolutely.
Well, I couldn't think of a better place to end this show. So thank you so much to Abby and Brian for being on today. It was a pleasure chatting with both of you. And home builders, if you want to learn more, check out offerpad.com/HBA.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.